Good morning. Today is Sunday, August 17th. My name is Tony Achapenti, Planning Ops Trainee with California Team 5 with your operational update for the Gifford fire. So starting down here in the south end of the fire below the 166 corridor, coming up through Pine Canyon, up Cary Canyon towards Sierra Madre, crews continue to maintain a presence in there and work to secure those control lines. We've had a crew spiked out at a helispot that was cut several days ago. They continue to work in and around there in coordination with various aircraft with intel capabilities. We've been flying with drones, and they are still picking up some minor heat signatures in that area. So again, crews will continue to diligently work on that and continue their efforts patrolling the line over here towards the 166 corridor. Working up the west side of the fire along the Madre fire scar, everything seems to be holding really well. There's no concerns in that area. And then up towards the California Valley, again, crews continue to reinforce those control lines and ensure that there's no threat of escape. As we work up towards the north side of the fire, up towards Avanalis Road and the Pozo area, again, as Don has been talking about in recent days, we had a immensely successful firing operation, and I credit the folks out there for being able to accomplish that, and that's what's allowed us to keep the fire from moving the last couple of days. Everything's still looking really good up on that north end. We did fly the perimeter up here yesterday and found some scattered heat. One thing to point out is the fuel type in this area is comprised of various brush models and heavy oaks, and those oaks will tend to retain heat for several days. So the crews are getting in there. They're ensuring that all that is mopped up and mitigated and that there's no threat of escape on that north side of the fire. As you wrap down along the west side above the Wasna Valley, crews continue with the same effort, securing those control lines, reinforcing them, and as they mop up, they're going further and further interior each day. And if you think about something like a campfire where you might put logs in that night, they're burning through the course of the night. When you wake up in the morning, the campfire might be out, but it's still very hot. And that's the case out on the fire line. So though you don't see smoke in the air, you don't see fire burning, there is still lots of heat sources in and around the fire area. And we have to be really diligent about going in there and making sure that there's absolutely no heat remaining. Almost to the point where crews will get down on their hands and knees at times and hand feel the fire's edge to ensure that there's no potential for that heat to reignite or rekindle and threaten the line once again. Moving down from the Wasna Valley back towards the 166 corridor, everything is looking really good in there. Crews continue to patrol that and ensure that the footprint we are leaving is appropriate to mitigate escape, and that we are returning that section of line back to the best possible status that we can. Looking elsewhere on the fire, kind of pulling back a bit, one of the things that we do, and I know Don has spoken about this in prior updates, but we do contingency lines and ensure that we do everything we can to stay ahead of the fire. So if our primary plan is unsuccessful, we already have an area identified. And what that looks like quite often is dozer line. And so there's quite a bit of dozer line around the perimeter of the fire. So we've established multiple fire suppression repair groups to go in and rehab that line and return it back to the state that it was before we started opening them up. So we have 4 fire suppression repair groups established. They're continuing those efforts, and I would anticipate that occurring for the next week or two. So though there's no smoke in the air, there's no fire, we haven't seen any movement on the fire the last couple of days, you can anticipate seeing fire personnel in and around these communities for days to come. I would also like to point out that we are collaborating closely with the San Luis County and Santa Barbara County Sheriff's offices to ensure that we are doing everything we can to coordinate evacuation, repopulation, and that's an ongoing conversation daily. I'm pleased to announce that California Complex Incident Management Team 8 will be transitioning with us beginning Tuesday. So this will be the last Facebook update for everybody. Again, I want to say thank you. I want to give a lot of credit to the resources that have been out there the last 2 weeks, and appreciate all the support. Thank you.